Evening again. It's my pleasure to be with you this evening. This is a school which is highly reputable. It's my delight to have a session whereby I'll open an even benchmarking where you are going to share with you issues pertaining to your own performance. I will not take you strictly to your guidance and counseling because I know you are very disciplined. Am I wrong? I've had meetings and consultations with your subject teachers, and we came to establish what you are going to agree right now, because we are coming to agree to make this school the school of excellence. That is correct. I want to start by telling you one thing. There is potential in every child, and every child is a champion worth wrestling. That is why we do not have illegitimate children. What we have is illegitimate parents. It doesn't matter the name you are called, you are son of who, or you are daughter to who. The issue is that you are a student in a highly reputable academic institution, and we are now addressing your performance in Form 4. You are a product of your own thoughts. What you think you are is exactly what you become. Nobody should define you externally because you are at IKOMBE secondary school and you are not in a national high school. The issue is, and this is what I want us to categorize now, when it comes to the final examination, that is the certificate of national examination, KCSE, your performance when you joined Form 1, what you scored in your KCPE, and what you are going to score in your KCSE. This is the agreement I want us to make. And I want us to put it this clearly for every person to understand. After leaving this school, you join other institutions of tertiary education. This has solely to do with your academic performance. The main aim of this forum will be to change the scoring standards of this school. The language of so well-trained students scoring C, majority B, should be an issue of the past. We have to come out with a formula and agreement that we are not discussing an improvement in your performance. We are discussing excellence. Can you clap for yourself? That is exactly what we are addressing right now. Because we are living in so vastly changing world where you go by the changes, all the changes will change you. Not unless that you are tied to the apron strings of your family, your village, or your social issues that tie you and you live what called a dogmatic life. That is, living a life resulting from other people's thinking. Life is like a cafeteria. The life you live in school here, the life you are going to live after this school is like in a cafeteria. If you go to a cafeteria, it is not the manager or the waiter or the chef who tells you what you are going to take. What happens is that you are given a menu, and from the menu, you select what you want to take yourself. It depends on two aspects of your life: your appetite and your pocket, because you are going to pay. Because life is a matter of choice. You are what you are today because of the choice you made yesterday. I want to take you right now to your performance in class and performance in Form 4 examination. I'll take you now to the Bible. There's a verse in the Bible that I want us to go through that will give us what to say next. I did not say that you carry your Bibles here because I quote, you go and read on your own. If you go to the book of John chapter 2, that's what we are going to write. Don't write what I'm going to say. It says, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother, Mary, was there. But Jesus and his disciples were invited. When the forum was going on the wedding, Jesus' mother came and told Jesus, "We have run short of wine." And Jesus said to his mother, "Woman, what do I have to do with you? My hour is not yet." She turned to the servants and told them that Mary, do what he tells you to do. And because this was a shortage of wine, there were 6 pots, stone pots, that were kept, as it happens, in the customs of jurisdiction of Jews. And Jesus said to the servants, "Fill them with the water." Then he said to the servants, "Go and test." And they found there was wine that was better than the former wine that got finished. I'm addressing results which are very different from the results we have been getting from this school. One thing, the student, the candidate of an examination, and especially in this era, there is what we call the miracle of success. Something happens and you pass so well. That was Jesus' first miracle. But the servants had to fill the 6 jars, each to contain 20 to 30 gallons of water. They were to be filled. So for any miracle that works to you, you must work for it. There will be no miracle in doing your examinations, and there will be no miracle results. But the result you have yourself right now are the as we are discussing. Somebody, a student, can ask, it's only in the year 2015 when we scored an A- in this school. Other years, not yet. No. This is the point now. And now this is where we are now coming. I want you now to listen to me and you see how you are going to score S. We are not coming here to rehearse to score S. We are coming for you to write S in the examinations cards and in the final examination. This is where it is, and this is what you have never known. We have to change the way we are doing it. Otherwise, we say that you cannot use a node map to find new routes. You cannot use the same method of you've been doing your CAT examination and for 4 examination, and we score the A we are going to talk about now here. I'm taking you to what we call your own paradigm shift. How do you see it? It does not matter at all what you scored in your KCPE before you came to this school. Your Form 4 examination will be very different from what you scored. Nobody wants to know what you scored. The B's and the C's you scored in primary school, nobody will be interested to see. Am I right? So the language of thinking that because I came here with 250 marks, 260, highest 300, should not arise in the performance of this school now. That's a different story. When you see your class teacher come to class, what do you see? What do you see? You see the answers to your examinations coming. And I'm addressing a transformation of what you do in your CAPS to what you do in your KCSE examination. When you see your teacher in the class, what do you see? You should not be seeing a class teacher coming to teach you, to take you for geography, mathematics, Kiswahili. No. You see answers to the examination coming. Do you need anybody to lead to you the examination? The textbook you have in Mango High School and Alliance High School is the same textbook you are using in this secondary school. I'm right. Clap for yourself. The teacher, your subject teacher, was a classmate to the teacher in Alliance High School. They went to university at the same time, they passed so well, and they were posted to different schools. So your teacher is like the teacher in Mango High School. Is there any difference? The textbook you are using is the textbook they are using. It will take you the same 2 hours and 30 minutes or 45 minutes to do your examination as they are doing. You are doing the same thing. What causes the difference? This is what you are addressing. Any success in mankind starts with a dream. It takes the same time and energy to dream a big dream as it takes to dream a small dream. If you see a lion hunting, they go in what we call a pride of lions in the wilderness. They will identify their prey. There's only one lion that's doing the hunting. It is you now. I'm talking to you. You are the lion that's doing the hunting. The wilderness to identify big gazelles. Only one lion is hunting. Not all of them. Only you yourself, you are seated here facing me, you will be doing the examination on your own. There's nothing like we are going to sit for the examination on this date. No, it is I am going to sit for the examination from this date, and I will score my A and leave. We should be addressing the issue of the faculty we are going to take in the university, because we are now addressing university materials. I've gone through all your paperwork and I've seen the kind of schoolgirls and boys I'm addressing. You are very potential. The hunting lion identifies one. He will come and make a roaring sound for the antelopes to run, the gazelles to run in different directions. The hunting lion has already identified one of the gazelles. It does not go clumsily to all of them. You should have identified your heirs and the faculty you are going to go for in the university, because you are very confident you are going to pass the examination. Even if when they make a roaring sound, the animals will scatter in different directions for their safety, the hunting lion has identified one of them. Even if a bigger one and a fatter one comes nearer, it does not go for that one. It goes for the one it identified right from the beginning. And we say that the lion has been endowed by God with the power of decision making and the power of concentration. That is power to start, power to continue, and the power to finish up. That is the power I'm unleashing to all of you. Your power to start, power to continue, and the power to finish up. It doesn't matter the mic. You are still hearing me? Yes, I'm sure you are hearing me. I'm now talking to the lions of IKOMBE Secondary School with power to start, power to continue, power to finish up. The lion says that I cannot waste my time to go for a dig when I can see the big gazelle. It takes me the same time and energy to go for a dig as it takes me to go for a gazelle. Both are fast runners. Why should I waste my time to go for a dig when I can see the gazelle? In fact, the lion says that for a dig, the lion is just a snack. That's not a meal. It takes the same time and energy to score an A in a subject as it takes the same time and energy preparing to get a D or an E. Is there any student here who has sat down in the library or in your class to prepare for a C or a D? There isn't. The same energy, the same effort you make to fail in an examination is the same efforts you make to pass the same examination. I add on say that it is from the same teacher, the same syllabus, the same textbook, the same examination. How do you miss it? If I tell you the gate to come to IKOMBE Secondary School is that down that end, do you follow another gate here? It is given, it's guided. That is how A's are made by big schools. They are very confident. The issue is that you may not believe what you do with your class teachers will not come in the examination. It will come. Have you ever gone through your past papers? Have you seen any examination paper set from syllabus in Uganda or Tanzania because you are in East Africa? We have our own examinations as they have their own examination. Failure and success in any examination is not a personality to any student. It is the function of the mind. You believe that I'm an A material, you strike away for A's. You believe that time tells, fate will tell me what to score, you score what you think you are going to score. If you make a decision that it is an A constant, right from Form 1, it goes that way. The hunting lion says that I cannot go for a bigger one and a fatter one if it comes across my way. I will follow the one I identified right from the beginning. And we say that the lion has been endowed by God with the power of decision making and the power of concentration. In God's creation, students of IKOMBE Secondary School, man was given the best mind. Did God create minds for students in Alliance High School and minds for IKOMBE Secondary School? The Bible says that we are all wonderfully and fearfully created in God's image. Now, what causes that deviation of performance? Where is this D and C coming in, and yet we are given the same brains? Ask yourselves. Let that be a history of the past. The first thing is, mankind should not be defeated by a small insect. In our creation, we are given the best minds. If you read the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, from verse 6 to 9, it says, "Wake up, you lazy man, and you learn from a safari ant. That's an insect. It has got no king, it has got no leader, it has no supervisor. It collects its food during summer because winter is coming. The Bible asks, for how long will you keep on sleeping? A little clenching of your hands. God chose an insect, a safari ant. It has got no leader, it has got no king, it has got no supervisor. It knows how to collect its food during summer because winter is coming. It is your responsibility at this time, like a safari ant, to start collecting your materials. The air materials are with you, so that when it comes to your examination, already you have done it. It is finished. The language of talking of B in this school, we did not discuss it. I do not see why I should waste your time when you are coming from doing your examination to discuss of getting a B. Is that what you're going to score, by the way? You have just set for your paper, isn't it? It should be the end of term examination. Are you going to be scoring B's or C's or D's? The examination that you have set for is from the same subject teacher who taught you that subject. Did the teacher set the exam from outside? I wonder. So, why do you get a B in the first place? A B. Why don't you score an A? The same teacher who taught you that subject is the same teacher who has set the examination. Your Form 4 examination will be set by a colleague using the same syllabus. It doesn't matter the teacher where it's coming from, which school. It will be the same paper. In the book of Isaiah, we have got the eagle. The eagle. In the book of Isaiah, we have the eagle mentioned. And these are the characteristics of an eagle. And that is what I want to differentiate you between eagles and what we call sparrows. Eagles have got a very high and strong vision. An eagle can see as far as 5 kilometers away. 5 kilometers away. I'm asking you, student of this school, how come that you don't see a question which is few centimeters from your eyes? A question paper which is 1 foot from your eyes, and you cannot see what the examiner is asking, and that the eagle can see 5 kilometers from where it is. Eagles fly high and they've got a very strong vision. The vision I want to impart to you today is that it's the vision of going to all public universities to do big degrees, but not to score little grades. Eagles fly with eagles. Eagles do not fly with sparrows. You should choose your friend in school. Somebody you can discuss materials of going to university. Somebody you can discuss materials of substance for your future. And I say to you that future belongs to those who plan for it. Nobody plans to fail. What we do is that we fail to plan. And when we fail to plan, we start giving ourselves excuses. Eagles prepare for training. Eagles prepare for training. And this is how they do it. The eagle will build a nest for the eaglets. When they are very small, that is when they're in primary school, they are very comfortable in their nest. That is made of feathers from the mother. At a certain age, the mother will come and remove those feathers and replace it with thorns to discontinue that comfort zone for the eaglet. Are you going to be very comfortable with your C's and D's in Form 4? We are not going to discuss that. You must get out of that comfort zone And you come to that discomfort zone whereby every minute you are thinking of which faculty I will do in the university. How do I score A's from now and continue? We say that the lion has the power to start, power to continue, and the power to finish up. We were all born to be winners in life. Nobody was born to fail. But for you to be a winner, listen, you must plan to win. You must prepare to win. And you must expect to win. There is no language of not winning in this school. And that's why we said you have to change all these grades to good grades. Eagles test before they trust. I will not come to that one because this is not a social school. This is not a social meeting. And I said, you must test your partner in school. Who do you discuss issues of geography? Who do you discuss chemistry with? Who do you discuss mathematics with? Who is that candidate who scored 90% and I scored 70%? I want to see where I missed before you go to see the teacher. You cannot climb up the ladder to success while you are still dressed in the costumes of a failure. You cannot. You have to get rid of that costume, that attire of a failure. You take it from your brain and you wear the costumes of a winner. As I said, there's potential in every child, and every child is a champion in world wrestling. One time, I want to put you now to where you belong. It was in the North Kinagop. An helicopter came flying and landed in a primary school, not a secondary school. Take it keenly and you capture that. An helicopter came flying, landed in the compound of a primary school. It was as exciting as it is today. If one lands here, and especially during the politics times, you like to see what is inside, isn't it? All the pupils of the school went. They rushed from classrooms without permission from their class teachers, and they went to see the helicopter. The pilot was a white man. Then the teacher on duty came and asked them, who gave you permission to get out of class without permission to see the helicopter? Can you go back to class? By the way, who gave you permission? Why did you come? One of the pupils, and it was a lady, said, teacher, even the teachers came rushing to see the helicopter. They didn't have permission from the head teacher. Yeah, that is good brain speaking now, eh? The brain speaking. Okay, she was told, okay, thank you, young girl. Go back to class. Go back to class. The teachers came and said, I want to take a piece of paper and pencil, the crayons, the markers, pens, and draw exactly what you saw. You do that. That is the punishment. And they all took paper, the way you all have exercise books and the pens to write what I'm saying. Draw what you saw yourself. And they drew. Of course, drawing is an art. Some drew nice helicopters, some drew shrubs, some drew an umbrella, some a mushroom, others a nest, others something similar to an helicopter, But that young pupil, the girl, she drew an helicopter and she drew herself in the cockpit. The papers were picked for collection. And they were marked. She was asked, "What did you draw?" I said, "You draw what you saw." She said, "Teacher, I drew what I saw myself, not what I saw." And she was surprised. Were there two pilots? The pilot was a white man. It was a man, a white man. The girl here has drawn a girl in school uniform flying the helicopter with short hair, of course. Then she was asked, "Can you explain what you drew?" She said, "Teacher, I was born to be an helicopter pilot. So I saw myself flying the helicopter to this school to say good morning to pupils of this school. I'm a naughty girl of the school." That's what she said. That is none other than Captain Maggie Mutahi, the first Kenyan woman helicopter pilot. She had a vision. She had the power to start, the power to continue, and the power to finish up. In 2015, we had A- in this school. Is that correct? It was by a lady. Boys, that was a lady. When is it time for boys to score A- in this school? Was it not a boy? Or it was a girl? In the year 2015, we had an A- in this school. The first pilot in Wamunyu zones is from a pilot, Philip Molot-Z. He was a student at Baikini Secondary School. When Baikini Secondary School during my time was picking those who scored E's and B's in primary schools. That is where we have gotten the first pilot in Wamunyu zone. And the big pilot for Kenya Airways in the other sub-county comes from where? Captain Motiso is from where? Monyeki, Kaliambeo. The pilot for the big Boeing 707 in Kenya Airways. From Monyeki. Where is the pilot here now? I'm asking that. Can you draw your picture now in your subconscious mind? Can you draw that picture of yourself being the pilot in the cockpit right now? Can you draw that picture of yourself being the engineer? Can you draw that picture of yourself in the theater being a surgeon, a doctor? Can you draw yourself, your picture, being a lawyer in the High Court? And the toughest lawyer we have in that sub-county is Zakuvamere Concepta, who did Form 4 at Katangi High School. So lady. Ladies, you have good brains, eh? Can you say yes? Yes. Boys, can you clap for them? I want to take you out of that average zone, which is a very dangerous zone of being comfortable in your comfort zone of performance in the final examination. The average candidate. You are simply being at the top of your bottom. I will give you a story we call the fisherman's story, and this is how it went. Some two gentlemen went to do fishing in a river with fishing hooks, with a fishing basket. They did cast their fishing hooks in the water, in the pot. Listen carefully and you capture that one. One of the fishermen realized that his friend was fishing back to water the big fish. When he gets the big fish, he takes back to water. When he gets the small fish, he puts in the fishing basket. And his friend was very much amazed. He was surprised. And he asked him, what am I seeing? It is like when you get the big fish, you take it back to water. And when you get the small fish, you take it to your fishing basket. And this is the reason he gave. He told him, you see, my friend, after we do the fishing, we take our fish at home, we do the dressing, we do the curing, and we fry, and we take to market for selling. My frying pan is so small that it cannot accommodate the big fish. That is why I'm taking the big fish back to water, and the small fish I put in my fishing basket. Are your result slips in Form 4 examination small, not to accommodate an A? They are not. Your results have the opening for 30-digit A. In fact, it is the first alphabet, the A. Before the computer awards an A and a B plus, A minus, B plus, B constant, B minus, it starts with the A. Why skip you? A, Alliance High School. A, Alliance Girls. A, Mangu High School. A, Machakos Boys. A, Machakos School. A, Makuani Girls. Why not IKOMBE Secondary School? Where is the A now? You are given the same opportunity, the same environment, the same learning to score the A. Do not be the fisherman who says that my frying pan is so small that it cannot fry the big fish. That's why I'm taking the small ones. Because I come from IKOMBE Secondary School with a B, I'm very comfortable. No. Where was the A? It was designed for you. The only place where success comes before work is only in the dictionary, because they are alphabetical. You have to work for it because it was made for you. And because I know you are coming from doing an examination, I want to believe the next paper you are going to sit for is going to score for you an A. What you need to do is that you believe what you have done is the right thing. I want to give you a challenge. You have listened to you have watched the TV. You have seen big people make speeches in the television. Ask yourself, when will you be watched by others? You have seen people make speech and you listen. When will your speech be listened by people? You have gone through books written by so and so. I remember when I was in Form 2 with my Machakos boys, my inorganic chemist was written by Arthur Atkinson. The question is, when are others going to read my chemistry books? When you go home, you have a Facebook yourselves. Your phones at home. You know the Facebook. When will the Facebook be read by others? And by the way, you are not new to Facebook, you know it, isn't it? Do you know that Facebook was developed by a 19-year Harvard University dropout in the year 2004 at age 19. That is Mark Zuckerberg. And he said, we might not be able to create the world we want immediately, but we all can start working on the way from today. He did it at age 19, when will Facebook be watched by others? These are the things to put into our minds, and to think about it deeply and very keenly. Remember that you only can be a poor man only if you choose to be. You are not born a poor person. You only can be a poor person only if you choose to be. You have to decide and get out of that comfort zone. One time, I didn't want to go through the ego system so much. I know it is with you. These are materials. Some two boys went somewhere and collected eggs of an eagle, and they were experimenting the hatchery system. They took the two eggs to their homestead, and they were hatched by chickens. The eaglets that hatched out mixed with the chicks. And you know, one of the characteristics of an eagle, it does not eat dead things. It eats fresh meat. It doesn't go for the rotten. The claws were so bent that it cannot scratch on the soil. The eaglet suffered so much. And at one time, it saw eagles flying in the air. And it realized that I do not belong to this kingdom. It fled, went to the air to mix with other eagles. So, where are the other eagles? They are in Alliance High School, they're in Mount High School, they're in Machakos boys, they're in Machakos girls, Makwendi boys, and other big schools. Are you like them now? Do you agree that eagles do what we call rejuvenation? They go for a retreat. At age 40, the eagle goes somewhere high in the mountain because it's old enough, it cannot fly nicely. It catches its beak to the rocks. It removes all its feathers. It is a 5-month process, very painful process. It sheds off the old body. It waits for new feathers to grow, new claws to grow, and new beak to grow. Then it comes to other eagles flying higher than it was flying. It will enable it to live after 30 years. The lifespan of an eagle is 70 years. What you need to do, shed off that imagination that you cannot make it and you find yourself doing it. In your geography, you have the Arctic Circle. It is very cold. There's an animal, and that's now the last topic I'm going to hand out to you, to put yourself in the shoes of that animal. It sends a smell, an aromatic smell. An aroma in chemistry is a sweet smelling. The polar bear sends that smell. It went searching for that smell from village to village, end to end, looking for somewhere where it could get that smell. It was so fragrant, it wanted to get that smell where it's coming from. It moved kilometers, it took weeks, it took months. It went to another zone where we had other polar bears. Had it asked, it was asked, polar bear from this end, where are you going? For how long have you been traveling to come here? Said, it has taken me days. weeks, and months. And what are you looking for? I'm looking for a sweet-smelling compound. I don't understand where it's coming from. And unless I get it, I cannot rest. And this is what it was told. It is your fire that is smelling that aroma. Those airs I'm talking about, I'm not saying that you get them from Alliance High School. No, they are within you. With this, I want to stop at that point, bearing in mind that you are what you are today because of the choice you made yesterday. The only person you can truly change is yourself. Bearing in mind that the teacher opens the door, but you must enter by yourselves. Thank you so much.